in the morning, grab a cup and tune on in. Robert and Dave got that southern charm, let the laughter begin. From the morning funny to Maga Minute, ain't no better way to start your day the southern way, with a little joke and pray. We're just southern folks talking southern things, front porch swinging where the church bells rang. From Mama Said to Hum Day News, we keep it real with down home views. Sunday morning in the Word, get that gospel flow. Prayer time calls, so let's let our troubles go. Come Monday night, Mama Said is bringing the truth, and when it's night talk with Dave, man, you know it's getting loose. We're just southern folks talking southern things, stories and sports where the good times hang. From SFP News to I Remember That, we tell it like it is, and that's a fact. Got our veteran of the week, gotta show our pride. Pets of the week, bringing love worldwide. Talking paranormal, digging true crime. Southern fried stories all the dang time. So pull up a chair, y'all, and stay a while. Ain't nothing like that southern style. From the morning show to the soundstage band, it's SFP Live, won't you give them a hand? So pull up a chair, y'all, and stay a while. Ain't nothing like that southern style. From the morning show to the soundstage band, it's SFP Live, won't you give them a hand?
Good morning out there at Southern Fried Podcast Land. It's Friday morning. You have made it. I'm Rob. Dave's not here yet this morning. Don't know what's going on with Dave. Can't run next door and ask him. He's a little bit away from me. But I'm here, and we're going to get this thing rocking and rolling. Well, this is you made it to Friday. It's my beach weekend. I'm leaving out tomorrow evening to go down to Panama City Beach, a.k.a. the Redneck Riviera. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place, and we are planning on having a ball. I will be doing the morning show Monday morning from Panama City Beach, so I may sneak in a time or two in the meantime. But so we got a lot of stuff going on in the news this morning that I want to talk about. They've arrested a third accused accomplice in the jailbreak over in New Orleans. And I think if you're going to help them get out, then you need the book thrown at you. Just my personal opinion. They're in there for a reason. They've been convicted by a jury of their peers usually, and yeah, just go ahead and go right on in there with them. No, that's unacceptable. Some of these people that they released are just don't get me started on that. It's gonna be bad. I get up on a soapbox early in the morning, and I don't like so I'll get up on a soapbox in a minute. But, you know, sometimes early in the morning is not the best time to jump up there on that soapbox. Get your whole day fired up like that. Anyway, let's touch on a little bit of weather first off this morning, though. Here in South Georgia, it's going to be like 92 degrees. Feels like 65 out there right now. Not really any chance of rain tonight or today or tomorrow. It looks like we're going to have a nice sunny weekend, and on Monday maybe a thunderstorm in the evening. So, yeah. Let's take a look at up there in northwest Georgia in David's neck of the woods. It's going to be about 78. A lot cooler this morning. Right now it feels like 58. 58 degrees, feels like 60. Here's a thunderstorm on the prowl late today. It looks like it's mainly going to be sunny. And looks like Saturday, 69 and 60. I've got some rain and a thunderstorm in the forecast. Sunday, cloudy with a thunderstorm in the evening. Monday, shower with a thunderstorm. Tuesday, a shower and thunderstorm. Y'all looking at chances 61% tomorrow, 60% on Sunday, 81 on Monday, 88 on Tuesday, 82% on Wednesday. Y'all finna get some wet again. Now, I need to say something about water down here. It's been dry as it can be. Y'all need to be nice. Share it. Water that's not out of my garden out there. And that's, I don't mind watering it, but, just saying. We need some down here. Y'all don't need no more, I don't think. Y'all been getting a ton of rain. I think y'all are way over on the year so far. Okay. We got, as far as national news goes, man, they're going after Trump every way they can. But here's some good news for Trump. Supreme Court upholds Trump's removal of Biden appointees from federal boards. It's considered to be a test of the executive powers. Now, this story's coming off Fox. So I want to give them credit on it. But it says the Supreme Court upheld Donald Trump's removal of 2 Democratic appointees from federal boards, and the administration a legal victory in settling a high-stakes dispute over the president's power to fire agency officials. The Thursday ruling came after the Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts agreed to temporarily halt the reinstatement of National Labor Relations Board member Glenn Wilcox and Merit Systems Protection Board member Kathy Harris, 2 Democrat appointees who were abruptly terminated by the Trump administration this year. Both challenged their terminations as unlawful in separate lawsuits filed in D.C. federal court. However, the High Court suggested it would block further attempts to fire Federal Reserve. It could block attempts to fire Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, who, according to Trump, has complained has not cut interest rates fast enough. Yeah, he's been saying, oh, he's doing behind. Let's do it late. Let's do it late. Let's do it late. The issue confronted the justice whether the board members, both appointed by President Joe Biden, can stay in their jobs while the larger fight continues over what to do with the 90-year-old Supreme Court decision known as Humphrey's Executor, in which the court unanimously ruled the presidents cannot fire independent board members without cause. Of course, 3 liberal judges dissented. So, of course. These are people running labor boards, dispute boards, stuff like that, and they're going to fight him every way that they can. I think that's ridiculous right now. He was voted in to make change. He was voted in to cut taxes. He was voted in to shake up the swamp. He was voted in to secure our borders. He was voted in to increase our national defense. And he's doing these things. And they're fighting him tooth and nail. Oh my gosh. It's nothing, you don't ever hear them say anything bad about Democrats. They're all good. Oh, they're the apple of our eye. And then Trump tries to do something to change it up and make things better. And, it's horrible. It's just like RFK Jr. on his report yesterday. I'm sure they're already going off on that. We have some of the sickest people in the country. We do. And good morning, Michael. How are you this morning? I'm sorry, I had my thing flipped over there. Where children are overweight, they're getting cancer more than anybody else in the world. They're we got a lot of stuff going on that's just ugly right now with our health. And so you got RFK Jr. fighting, make America healthy again. They don't touch that. Democrats don't. They absolutely do not. They seem to be happy that we're sick, getting sicker, and everything else. Now, on a flip side of things, I'm doing well. I tried to call Dave here a little while ago. I didn't get an answer. I know he's been worn out. He's been about like me. He's been sick as a dog. I see him. I think he's just fine. I think he's getting ready to pop on in here. Now, a Florida woman charged yesterday after attacking a 72-year-old Trump supporter wearing a MAGA hat. Oh my gosh. Now, there is genuine dislike on both sides of this political spectrum. But why would you attack somebody over something they're wearing? I mean, that would be as silly as running over somebody's car because of their bumper sticker. This is a 33-year-old woman jumping on a 72-year-old man. You're right, Michael. He has. And I've been praying for him, and I know y'all have too. That feller's he's got a lot going on. And, just trying to keep up with everything. It is hard. He's keeping up with his job. He's keeping up with podcast stuff. Keeping up with his wife and his granddaughters. And I wish I could take some off his plate. I don't know. He's got a lot going on. And we're going to keep praying for him. And, he's going to pull through. Dave's got that mindset of that which does not kill me makes me stronger. We're going to keep praying for him. So, this lady, I would like to make her famous. Her name is Laura Garrett. Was arrested by Largo Police Department on Tuesday for battery on a person older than 65, battery on a police officer, and obstruction or resisting an officer without violence. She admitted she approached the man, who has not been publicly identified, at Northeast Park and Paul Place to ask him about President Donald Trump and why he supports him. For arrest affidavit by Fox 13 in Tampa. The two got in an argument at some point during the confrontation before Garrett poured a can she was holding over the victim's head and hit him on the back of his head and shoulder area with it. So Garrett denies she hit him with the can. It sounds like hissy was the word of the day, yes, Southern word of the day last night on Cornbread Nation. It sounds like this woman had a hissy. She had a hissy. How dare you vote for Trump? can, probably a Coke can or something, I would say. You know, that's some sensationalized reporting there. I mean, they kind of left that out. Maybe they want you to think it's some other type of can, like a big jug or something, like a milk can. I don't know. She jumped the fence and walked away after attacking the man. So yeah, you know, I find humor in that. I really do. I probably shouldn't. But I was trying to picture how this whole thing went down. It ain't good. How dare you? How dare you? That's just silly. Oh, let's see. We've got. Uh, good morning, Dave.
Morning.
Yes. How's Dave doing this morning?
I'm all right.
All right. Uh, what did you think? Did you hear about the story about the 33-year-old woman attacking the 76-year-old man because he's wearing a MAGA hat?
I heard something about it.
Yes. I'm trying to picture this in my mind's eye. Oh, I'm sorry, Michael. I didn't know. Said that she hit him. She emptied a can out over his head. They didn't say a can of what. I'm assuming it's a can of Coke or whatever. And she emptied it out over his head, then hit him in the head. Yeah, they didn't say it was a Coke can or a drink can. It just says a can. So, big trouble. What is your issue? Are you needing? Yesterday you didn't want to get up here. Now you just want to be here. All right, there you go, there, Biggin. Get on there. You get your big head thinking you're a superstar. You see this little guy, the poor little helpless, tiny little kitten here thinks he's a superstar. He got the big head, Dave. Oh,
I see that.
he got the big head and the little eye. Get out of here. All right. I want to jump over to this story that's still developing. I think it's pretty much over, but except for the court case, which I'm sure is coming. We're going to talk about Elias Rodriguez, and he's the person that's accused of fatally shooting the two Israeli embassy employees on Wednesday night. He said, I did it for Palestine. Okay, so that makes it okay for you to kill people because you did it for Palestine. You didn't do it for Palestine. You might say that, but I ain't believe it. If he's being charged with the murder of foreign officials, a federal capital offense, along with multiple firearm-related counts, 2 counts of first-degree murder. If convicted on either of the first 2 counts, he could face the death penalty. Under D.C. law, a conviction for first-degree murders carries a minimum sentence of 30 years in prison and a maximum sentence of life behind bars. Yeah. So it's this knucklehead. That's where he needs to be. He ended these 2 young lives for no good reason. No. It should not be going on like that right now. Said he drew a 9mm handgun and fired without provocation. Good morning, Broski. What's your thoughts on all that, Dave, on that knucklehead?
It was premeditated murder, ambush, execution. He deserves death. No matter what your thoughts are about, or anyone's thoughts are about what any country does, you have no right to come into this country, be into whatever, and commit acts of crimes like that.
Yeah.
That's why when these people do not put a clamp down on these, the rhetoric that is being said that on our college campuses and stuff like that. I mean, it doesn't mean it wouldn't happen still, but it doesn't help. They have to stop that. They have to. The left feeds into that, but it actually has hurt them as well, and that amazes me because they blame the left for allowing it to happen. There's a lot of Israel hatred. There's a lot of Jew hatred on. And he included in these streams.
Yeah.
They're out there. In fact, I had one attack me the other day on one of our platforms, and I banned him. He was obviously a Nazi, and he was not only, well, he just attacked me mainly, but he hates the Jews. He certainly didn't like me.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of hatred, but he can take that somewhere else. Yeah. And we've had folks that we've somewhat still kept around who preach a total annihilation of the Jews. We're not going to put up with that. It's America. You can not like who you don't like. You can think of what you want to think, but you can't act on it. You can't take it and do stuff with that, and you can't. It's just murder.
Yeah.
And by the way, and there is no Palestine. This is what amazes me. There is no Palestine. That is not a place. It's a mythical place that does not exist. The areas that the PA, Palestinian Authority, which is the PLO,
yeah,
the Palestinian Liberation Organization, PLO, they got their butts kicked out of Jordan on that Black Monday or whatever it was. Jordan couldn't stand them. They kicked them out. They moved. They ran them out. They just ran them out of the country. They ran to an island. They reformed. They come back into these areas and they call themselves, eventually the PA, Palestinian Authority. The Palestinian Authority got their butts kicked by Hamas. Hamas come in and just took over Gaza. They still have rule over the West Bank. Yeah. But there is no nation. There is no culture. There is no music. There is no history. There are no laws. There are no citizenship. There's none of that. There is no Palestine. They refuse to accept the agreement that was made in 1948. They wouldn't even vote. They want total annihilation of Israel. They want all the land. They teach their kids that there is no Israel. They show the Palestinian flag. In fact, Yasser Arafat used to put his little head covering. He always draped it over his shoulder in the picture or the outline of Israel. It was his way of telling the world it's ours and we'll get it back. You continue to teach your people hatred and spew hatred, and you don't want to live in peace, and you don't want to, I'm not defending Israel or actions they may or may not have taken, but there is no Palestine. These people are absolutely lunatics, and and at the end of the day, it's more of a rebellion type thing. It's people that hate governments anyway, and Palestine has become the catchphrase to just hate on politicians and leaders, but it all goes back to hatred. And there could be peace there, and the two-state solution, which our government has propagated for decades, I don't think it'll ever happen because of the attitude of those people. They don't want that. They want. In fact, the charter of Hamas says the total annihilation of Israel, of the Jews. They have said the very least. Well, you could take them to Africa or something, but the land is ours. You can't have that. You can't have that kind of people around. And these murderers, whatever ideology, and you have the faith leaders who preach hatred, who preach death to America, death to Israel. What do they expect is going to happen when you have, and that's being preached right here in America.
right here. It's
Right
being taught by universities.
Sure.
I mean,
And you're raising up terrorists right here in America. And again, I don't say anybody has to like Israel. That's somebody's personal opinion. But you can't go and be murdering people. This is not the Middle East.
no.
This is America. And this is the problem when you bring people in and let them protest on campuses and take the campus over. And eventually it will be every one of us that they're against. It won't just be Israel.
Right.
It won't just be a Palestine issue. It'll be America. And really, it already is, but that'll become more and more.
Yeah.
I mean, already on college campuses, what can't you say without being attacked? Well, you certainly couldn't be MAGA. Pro-life.
Kids that are there that are pro-MAGA, man, they catch.
If you're pro-life, if you're pro-Israel, if you're pro-Christian, conservatives, I mean, we already have campuses where people cannot even go speak. They're under threat for their life.
Yeah.
This guy, a quick trial and execution. I have no problem with the quick justice here of this guy laid in wait for him. It was a premeditated execution. And it's unfortunate. It sickens me. It sickens me that would happen here. And I know people die every day, but the crime is sickening.
It's a gross, sickening crime. These two young people were engaged to be married. And you've ruined both families. You have reached out in this heinous act. They were victims. They hadn't done nothing to that guy. Nothing.
Yeah, there was this idea of Palestine and Palestinians, but that was never official. There's never been an official anything that is Palestine. It was just a term that's been bounced around, but there's not any. It's not a formal nation. It's not a formal country because they can't. They never will create that. They never move forward they always refuse it. So even though that term was used at times, there's never been a Palestine. There's never been. It's not officially ever been no Palestine. These people, and listen, I say this is not to sound mean. These people that are kept in these camps, I blame the United Nations and other nations of the world which allow this kind of stuff to go on, and they kept them pinned in these camps. These people have no country. They have no citizenship. They have no vote. They have no rights. And they keep them like that so they can keep them mad and angry and ready to fight. And our tax dollars has been used to support that for all these years. It's really a crime. It really is a crime. These so-called refugee camps. This should have been stopped a long time ago.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Rocco, and even the nations that the Arab nations don't want them. They don't want them.
No. Who wants a bunch of? They done kicked the PLO out. I mean, why would you want to buy them back in? Well, Jordan did. But. And
so we're going to continue to see this. There's no answers. Nobody has an answer. Nobody has a plan, and nobody can work the plan because you can't never get there and it's going to continue to happen. Yep. It's really a sad thing. It's absolutely sad that these people have no answers. They have no hope. That's a sad place to be. No hope. There's no hope for these people, and there's families that are caught in the middle of that, and they have nothing. Think about it. They have no hope. They have no passports. They can't travel the world. They're not allowed to leave the area. It's horrible. And I blame I blame the United Nations for ever putting this kind of in that situation. But the Arabs themselves have themselves to blame for refusing to vote on a nation. They would not vote. They abstained from the vote because they didn't want to vote for a sliver of the land. They wanted all the land. And all those people that they kept telling you're going to have all the land, and it's crime. I think about the generations the kids that have been raised up in that. That's what they're raised up in, to raise up to hate. And they'll say, well, they've got your nation. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
There's no way they can fight back either. No way.
No. If you live in the West Bank, you cannot go to Gaza. If you live in the Gaza, you can't go to the West Bank. There's no road that connects. There's no airport that you can take off from and go there. You couldn't cross the Israeli air. Anyway, they've been afraid of bombings. I mean, think about how bad this is. But it's not just an Israel problem. It is a world problem, and it's going to continue to happen.
And the Arab world just completely ignores Hamas. They ignore the whole part about Hamas even being there. They don't even want to recognize that. They don't even want to recognize the fact that it is Hamas that's keeping them pushed down. They're holding these people captive in their own country. But it seems like it's like when they had some of those captives that were kidnapped in October a couple of years ago that got loose and tried to get away, and the people there just turned them right back in. They're all Hamas, and they hide. And Hamas uses the ones that aren't, like get behind a hospital or a school, a bunch of cowards, and hide behind innocents. How do you fight that? If you go in there and you nuke it or you drop a bomb on it, everybody gets mad at you because you killed some innocents that were in a hospital or in the school. If you go in on the ground and go after it, with guns and stuff, and they're going to say somebody got killed no matter what. Oh, you killed all these people. Yeah. You killed all those people. Whether you did or not, they're going to scream that.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, we're at a situation right now where something has to be done. 90% of Gaza is gone. There is no place for these people to live.
No.
And the world is going to have to come up with a plan here. And it's going to have to be equitable for both sides. And, they'll have to lean on Israel to get agreements, and they'll have to lean on whoever's going to rule Gaza. It can't be Hamas, as you just get the same thing. So at this point now, it is a mess. And everybody's got a different idea of what to do, but they have to do something. And that I really don't like the United States being involved, but unfortunately, it looks like we're going to be. And I think the president's committed to that. It's going to be an ugly path forward. This may be the worst thing that the president deals with in his term, above everything else, because this one has the biggest possibility to explode. But what do? You've got to rebuild this place. This place is a shambles. It's a humanitarian disaster. People are starving. There's not enough food. There's not enough clean water. It's something has to happen. It's what is it? 3 million people. Got to do something now. And now that's where we're at.
Yeah. And, you just got to change. You can't keep going this Hamas way. You can't.
No.
You absolutely can't. And, see, this whole thing started off with them going through and kidnap people from Israel during the music.
Sure.
And you can't blame Israel for wanting to get their people back. I think we should have taken a more active role to get our American citizens back. And we kind of disagree on that, but that's okay. They wanted their people back. We wanted our people back. I think we've got all the living ones out. The rest of them are probably gone. So they've killed these people now. Not only did they take them from their home or rip them from their lives, they killed them. And they've killed a lot of them. They killed a whole bunch of people when they went in there. But nobody wants to mention that now. Nobody wants to bring that up. And these are the people that are running that area. They're running it. They're running the show. Now, you can't make a deal that they're going to stand by hardly. They don't care about the people.
Well, and because of the operations that's been ongoing for the last several years and the rockets that are fired over the border to Israel is not going to go back to the status quo. That's not going to happen.
No.
Israel Israel used this to go after Hamas. There's no doubt about that. It was a twofold operation. Get the people back, destroy Hamas, and in the process of that, they destroyed about 90% of the country with the bombs and everything else. And so There were, it's people are going to debate that going forward for decades. There's going to be court cases out of it. There's already the International Criminal Court that is considering war crimes. I mean, it's ugly. War is ugly.
But Hamas was still chucking rockets over at Israel. They were still attacking them.
I know, but that's just they see that it went. They believe that it went overboard. That they dropped whole buildings down with the bombings that they did. So, and yes, prosecutor, I didn't miss your point. This is a whole nother one that the president has to deal with. It's pretty obvious to me that President Trump does not want to hit Israel militarily. He's trying to come out with a deal that's very strong and, kind of puts this thing off. Israel's not going to accept that. And I think they're going to go along and they're going to hit Iran. I think you're right. I think it's soon. And I think that's another reason we've built up military in the region. We're not going to take part, but what we're going to do is just make sure that nobody jumps on Israel. And I think that's what's happening.
Let me ask you this. Everybody's been really critical over Israel on this, but let me ask you this. If Iran gets a nuke, where are they going to drop it? They're going to drop it. Where are they going to drop it?
Well, their first target would be Israel. Also, we could be a possibility because they hate us, although some say that wouldn't happen. They do have the rocket capability now to put one on portions of the United States. Also on the Arab neighbors that they hate. They don't get along with the people in the region.
No.
Iran works with Russia. They build the drones for Russia. They are they very much want to be the power in the region, and they're committed to that. They want to be able to be the bad boy on the block in the whole region. The other Arab nations won't come out and say it, but Iran scares them. And they're more than willing to let Israel or America. If Israel does it, the Arab nations can have a field day because they can say, well, blame the Jews. But secretly, they hope for this to happen. Some of the nations, I ain't going to say all of them, but some of your more moderate Arab nations, they hope Israel or America or somebody kicks the crap out of Iran. They can't stand them because they're so fanatical, you can't work with them.
No. And they will drop a nuke if they get it.
They would. Israel has never asked permission. I mean, they hit Iraq when Iraq was building there. This one went further along. I'm really surprised that Israel has waited so long. Now, they've done some covert operations. They hit them with a massive computer attack, a hack on their systems, which my understanding did massive damage to their systems. But that's only that was only to push them back some. That was never going to stop them. They have more than one facility, but Israel, I think, was hitting some of their air defenses and stuff a few months ago to preparatory to what's fixing to happen. They were testing all that. That's what all that was. That was getting ready for the big attack. Wow. And yes, Israel has nuclear weapons.
Yes.
They won't admit it, but everybody knows it. It's the worst kept secret in the Middle East.
Yes. And so everybody hates Israel. Everybody hates Israel. Everybody hates Israel.
Our friend Brian, I've been busy looking at the camera, but our friend Brian from up in Canada, God bless you, he said he's sitting in a 24-hour cafe up in Vancouver wearing his MAGA hat in a liberal zone. I love it.
Oh, be careful. Somebody might hit you in the head with a can.
He's tuning in from Vancouver, Canada, also known as a communist state. You go, man. Oh, sorry I missed your post. I was busy soapboxing, I guess, but I do catch a lot of his posts out there. He's very active. I love it.
Yes.
But yeah, it's an ugly thing, man. I mean, it is horrible. And think about if you were born there, that's all you've ever known. It's no wonder that they grows up in hatred.
Yeah, that's all you know.
Your parents tell you these people are evil. Look, we don't have good water, or our electricity's cut off again. You're taught that in school. Everybody you go to school with hates them. All your teachers hate them. You are around terrorists and they treat them like heroes. All the martyrs, all the ones they put up big posters, and they have parades and stuff for these people that are mass murderers and stuff. That's all you've ever known. And so you're going to end up having that ideology to want to take them down. It's you're considered from a very early age. You're taught how to take weapons apart, build bombs, strap bombs on. I mean, it's sick, but that's what we're dealing with.
All right, and these are the same people that are great and grand universities are touting up. They're talking these people up that are putting these people out for heroes and stuff like that. That preaching hate the Jews, hate Israel, and it's this whole anti-Semitism business. It's hate. It is pure out and out hate. If you had this same discussion, or you focused in instead of hate the Jews, it was, well, hate the Hispanics, hate the Japanese, hate the Koreans. They wouldn't nobody put up with that.
Man's man.
Yes.
There are still men out there, not a bunch of sissies. They're men.
But they have the Trump administration it's cutting off federal funding to Colombia. So they allegedly violated civil rights laws. HHS said Title VI prohibits a receipt of federal financial assistance from discriminating in its programs and activities on the basis of race, color, or national origin. So, which includes discrimination against individuals that is based on their actual or perceived Israeli or Jewish identity or ancestry. So they're going to crack down on this. These colleges that have been doing this, been running them up with it. Yeah, they're fixing to learn some truths, some hard truths. Hate is hate. Hate is hate. You knuckleheads, quit it. This is our party of tolerance.
And here is another thing that people don't really know. Some people don't understand about colleges. If you pay enough money at a college, and this side of the railroad track has done this a lot, you can establish a chair. You can put your own person in there to teach a class, and you could have a straight up class, call it whatever. They come up with these clever little names, and all that class is a hate Israel, praise the Palestinian cause type of class. And all you have to do is endow that thing, and they have done this. There are people who fund this all over the nation. So even here in America, all over the country, there are college courses with paid for professors who are straight out of that mindset, who are teaching that class. And there have been people who have taken them without realizing what they were walking into. And at first day, they're like, hey, wait. And they're trying to, use some logic and common sense. And they fail the class, or they run out of the class because they're like, no, that's not where you're not allowed to say that in here. The whole class is nothing but an indoctrination of hate. And it's happened right here in Chattanooga. It is all over the place.
Yeah, and it's not going anywhere because they're not going to change.
There is a lot of money that's being poured into these type of movements. Some of them are very out front. Some of them are behind the scenes. That's it, brother. That's it.
That's it.
The left has been working the education system for over 100 years to build on this platform. This goes really all the way back to the 1800s.
Yeah. That
this mindset has been being established, and Israel's just one part of it. It is an anti-American. It's the American experiment, the constitutional republic. They hate that.
Oh,
They
yeah.
want to control the people. They want to take and have everybody on this so-called level playing field, but basically where they tell you what you can or can't do. They so want to control you.
Here's a nice little thought for you this morning. You remember back in the day when we were younger, and even before then, you know, China and Russia wanted to destroy America from the inside. And they were like, you know, they're too powerful to get from the outside. We're going to destroy them from the inside. You know, where are we at now? Do you think their little propaganda machine worked? Look at where we're at now. Look what's being taught in our countries, in our schools, and in our, you know, everywhere. We've got this leftist liberal wing as neo-Nazi crapola stuff going on in our country, being taught in our schools. And this is, you know, the party of tolerance is supporting this. Why? Why are they supporting hate? I think their little propaganda machine that they built to take America out from the inside worked, at least to a certain extent.
Yeah, it's an infestation that's in every area of our country. I have not heard of that welcoming to the United States of Alberta. I haven't heard that.
That's amazing, though.
Welcome to the United States of Alberta. I haven't heard that though.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Think about that propaganda machine. Did it work? Certainly seems like it did.
Brian, what's your take from the Canadian side about what the feeling is about the tariff war between Canada and the United States? What are you hearing on the ground there?
And do y'all want to be a state?
Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't it be cool if we could take the Canadian, even if it was part of it? Let's just say it was just one part and we made it a state. And we made it like it was a southern state. Like it was a part of the southern United States. And everything had the southern mentality. Wouldn't that be cool? Like we had Yankee land, but we had bookended with a southern mentality state at the top, and then the southern part of the United States. That'd be cool. Just a bunch of good old boys
out there running around. Out there running around like crazy. That'd be amazing. Hey, let's go find Bigfoot up here.
The problem is the cold. The good old boys wouldn't like that cold now.
No, but they'd be all over looking for some Bigfoot, though.
Let's see what Brian's got some more stuff here. Let's see what we got here. Sure. The first one says, I actually just coined that phrase a few days ago just for fun, but there's many people in the area we are most looking forward to join. Yes. I like it.
Yeah.
And then
Northern Texas, there's good old boys up here. Yes. Yes.
I love it. Yeah, you can see a bunch of good old boys rolling through the Canadian cities. Got some pickup trucks with some Confederate flags. Got, rolling down through there. Got their cowboy boots on, spits rolling down both sides of the truck.
Yes. Yes. I don't think Canada needs to be straightened out. I think it's just their leaders. Canada as a whole is probably tastes like it's pretty cool. Lots of ice fishing.
Yeah.
I ain't never fished for ice before.
They say that is a cool thing. Little fishing huts. I mean,
yeah, it is a cool thing. You go park a hut out there on the ice, you're gonna freeze your tail feathers off.
No, man, you got heat in that thing, man. Come on, man. You got heat in there.
You're sitting on ice, Dave.
It don't matter. You got a chair. You're not sitting on the ice. That they can make that warm. That ice is thick. They make it warm, and they got the beer in there. They got food. You know, they're warm and they're fishing through a hole. It's cool. It's a party, man. Come on.
Not going with it. It don't sound like fun to me. What do you have to do when you got to go pay? What do you do when you got to pay?
You step outside and pay. I don't know.
What if you have to do the other business?
They got all that figured out, dude. They got all that figured out. What do you do on a boat? You're out in the middle of the water. You got to go. What do you do?
I go swimming.
You got a crowd and you go swimming.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
What?
You're not jumping in water. Come on, man. Come on.
Well, I generally run up to shore because most places where I go, there is a bathroom there.
Okay. Well, you got a plan. And that's what they have a plan.
So you build an igloo, cut a hole in the ice in the igloo, party time?
Yeah, it's party.
Okay.
Yeah. That's not just in Canada either, man. That's in the northern United States.
Yeah.
I think it would be fun.
And have you noticed that, the further north you go, it seems like the more liberal and communistic people get. I wonder if that's because of when it gets so cold up there, people have to huddle together to share body heat.
Nah, man, it's just the cities, man. There's just as much that redneck mentality there's some rednecks in Michigan, man. Rednecks.
Well, that's true. Look at Walls. Walls isn't a redneck, but he's definitely something. Oh.
Yeah, they might talk a little different, but they got the same ideas.
How redneck can you be if you're going to go, hey, you guys? How redneck can you be? I mean, come on.
If you're all talking the same way, it's not a problem.
Let's go get a soda, you guys. I don't know. It just doesn't. Hey, let's go get in the truck and run out there and drive around in the woods and let's get us some beer and let's look for the Sasquatch. Yes, you guys, let's go. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, that's not the way. Man, that accent was so bad, man. They don't sound like that all across the north, man.
It would have sounded right if my throat wasn't so messed up.
That sounded like a combination Jersey, New York kind of thing, man. Come on, man. Come on.
Come on, guy.
And with that voice messed up, you sound a little bit like Joe Biden. Come on.
That was just wrong. Just wrong. I feel like I sound more like RFK Jr. this morning.
See? I like this one.
Sorry, that's all I got this morning.
Yeah, it's all he's got.
Yeah, sorry, Brian. Steve says, if you plow into a deer with your ST and stop and throw it in the bed because food is food, your speech patterns and accent don't matter. You're a redneck.
I tried Celtic. You tell him.
I'll give you that. These guys.
I'll bet there's some rednecks in Russia. Got some good old boys rolling along. Got the beer on ice. Yeah, roadkill. I just picked that up.
Broski, yeah, pretty much we have. I have left the state a few times, but
I have, except for a year and a half.
I lived up in Tennessee for a little while, but
he lived in Alabama.
Yeah, I even lived in Alabama. But, right here in this tri-state area. By the way, there's a reason that's so specific. He was a co-worker of mine, and that venison was delicious. Look, Steve, we joke about that a lot down here, but, I guess it's another good day to piss off some liberals. Every day is a good day for that, Brian. Every day is a good day for that.
It don't take much to do it.
No, all you have to do is say, don't you think Trump did a good job on that yesterday? You just leave it open-ended. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. You ain't got to bring nothing up. Don't you think Trump did good with that yesterday? Oh, my gosh.
I post our MAGA minute, and some of them just lose their brains when they see it.
Okay,
they call us inbred, backwood idiots.
My family tree has branches in it. I'm not from Alabama. Sorry, Mississippi. Sorry, South Carolina. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, it's not that I'm too good to eat roadkill. Okay. Where'd that go? Okay. I'm not too good to eat roadkill. I mean, we call that wilderness stew around here. Well, it depends on how long it's been sitting there. If it's fresh roadkill, it's kind of like using your truck as a hunting gun. Hey, don't feel bad there, Brian. They're blaming Trump for all the problems here in America too. And so it's only fair. I imagine it's not going to be long, and everybody in the world's going to be blaming all their problems on Trump.
Do they wear skinny jeans there with that cold weather like that? I'm just curious.
Oh, I guarantee you they don't. They'll have more innies than just their belly button. The only way you'd be able to go pee wearing skinny jeans up there when it's cold is to insert your thumb into your backside, scream snake, and hope to scare it out. That was it.
Oh, we need to have a show here soon about Canada. We've been talking about doing it. We need to do that. We need to invite our Canadian friends to take part, and we need to just talk this out about Canada. We do.
Well, we don't need just the Canadians on there, though. I mean, we need Canadians. We need some people up north that live close to Canada that probably understand it better than we do, and then the Canadians, and we just need to have them all on here.
Hey.
Dude, it's summertime. I mean, yeah, but what's it going to be like in 2 weeks when winter hits?
That means they'll be snuggled up with the guitar and the hot chicks and the beer. I think if Celtic read that, he might be planning a trip. I mean, I think he's all in. T-shirts, hot chicks, beer, guitar. I think he just got Celtic in for a weekend. He's like, I'm in, dude.
You have to get a passport to go up there, Celtic. And then you'll be driving too far away. Well, I don't know. I don't know if you can get to AOC from up there or not. You'll be in a different country from your beloved. And I don't think Maxine's going to let you go up there anyway. He said, minus the beer, I'm in. Well, Steve, yeah, I'm going to be at the Redneck Riviera this weekend. He said, wait a minute, this is in Canada? I'm out.
He says they actually have 2 more weeks of summer there. Actually, 3 weeks.
Okay. Canadians won't let me in the front.
Oh, sure they would, Celtic. You just got to bring the welcoming package. They'll let you in.
Yeah, but you have to talk funny when you go up there.
Nah. They would want you to talk the way you are. That way they'd have something to laugh at.
Hey, Brian, if y'all become the next state in the United States, can we quit calling it Canada and call it Canada? I'm going to throw this out there. I'm going to say Canada is probably one of the whitest places on earth. I'm not talking about people per se. You know, you said the laziest whites. There's no snow up there in Canada. I guarantee you it's one of the whitest places on earth. It's got to be.
Oh, this is sad right here now. Brian says, this was America. It was 4 a.m. and I want to go fishing, but I'm not allowed to buy beer for another 5 hours. What?
Oh. Steve, that comment that you just made about not being allowed into Canada, did that involve an S10 taking your S10 fishing or your Jeep fishing? Is that why? Was that when that incident happened? And that's why you can't go back to Canada? Canada. I have to call it Canada. Did that happen in Canada? Well, it's a little after 7.
Let's go. Let's go. If you got to go, go. Let's go to 7:15. I'm good. I ain't got to take no kids today.
You ain't got to get no kids today?
No, let's extend for a minute. We're good.
Cool.
Canada has been letting in a ton of foreigners the past couple of decades. About 20. Oh, okay.
Hmm. You know, please tell me you look at him and go, gee, what are you doing, Bullwinkle?
I understand, bro. And I know you're doing better these days. I get it.
As you go up and go, Bullwinkle, the moose is going, Rocky.
Oh, fastest plane ever, wasn't it? Take pictures, go into an area, take pictures, get out. They wouldn't even know it was there. What a plane.
Keep going just a sec. I got to go fill up my coffee cup.
Yeah, I'm wanting to finish mine. That's why I want to keep going. I got a late start, so I'm just trying to finish my coffee.
Oh.
Steve, I know you're fixing to jump off. You gotta go in there and work hard on a Friday. You going to have a show tonight, brother? It is what it is. Trust me, I don't exactly lose sleep over my inability to go to Canada. I understand. Brian says, see here. So actually, the SR-71 flew over downtown Vancouver back in '86 and punched the afterburners and destroyed a bunch of glass. Wow. I didn't know that. I bet that threw the people in a tizzy. Can you imagine? Do they even still fly it? Did they totally retire that program? I mean, I know that goes back to the Cold War era, but that plane was amazing. I mean, they could get into and out of a place before their radar ever even knew what hit them. I mean, it'd be like he's going live at 7 and 9. As usual, been doing random live streams. I saw that I got a notification you had did a show. So, well, good. 7 to 9. Thinking about doing a big fat one on Saturday. Awesome. Awesome-endo.
A big fat what? Now, I just came in on the tail end of that, Steve. And Dave said that you were thinking about doing a big fat one on Saturday.
Don't say it, Rob. Don't say it.
I'm not going to.
There's a lot of ways
hanging right there.
There's a lot of directions you could go with that, and none of them in your brain are good right now. Not one.
You're right. None of it was good, and it's still not good, and it's probably getting worse.
Brian said the SR-71 was retired shortly after that incident, but they have even better planes nowadays, apparently. Well, we do have some bad ones. Did you hear that? They said back in February.
I was going to say, I just don't think Fetterman likes being called fat.
Oh. Oh. Wow.
Oh, that wasn't nice. I'm sorry. It was just hanging there. I couldn't let it go, Steve. I tried to let that one go. I just couldn't do it. I know I'm going to pay horribly for that one, and that's okay. It's okay, because sometimes it's just worth the consequences.
We just need Fetterman to come over to the conservative side. The liberals are trying to do away with him anyway, and
yeah,
I don't know how far that goes for them, to be honest. But they're on an all-out effort to get rid of him.
Yeah,
take that from however you want.
Oh,
he missed your comment, Rob. He didn't catch it.
Okay, that's okay, because nobody else did. Did you hear me? That's okay if he missed my comment because nobody else did. I'll be right back.
Bear says he don't want Fetterman. The guy is useless. He's a mess. Well, he does have. You never know which way he's gonna flow. He one day he'll say something very logical, then he'll go full on left. I mean, he does do that. Oh, he did, Steve. He did. I don't know. He has this fixation with that. I mean, it's really a problem for him. You need to pray for him. All I heard is Rob's He's got a fixation on the View and Maxine Waters. He does. And every time he mentions them, he goes, Oh. Hey, you got it, Brian. You got it, man. Everybody remember Brian's friend from North Carolina who needs prayers. You got it. You got it. We all need some prayer sometimes, brother. So we'll pray for her.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, I've been needing them lately myself. You know? Rob.
No, Steve. I did not mention Maxine Waters this time. Do you really want me to repeat it? I mean, I can. Okay, I got that, but that's not what I said. I said Fetterman doesn't appreciate being called a big fat one.
Maybe Fetterman should do like Gruden does with these packages he's got coming in from all the colleges. Fetterman should put out and get all the different areas to send him a hoodie with their, their state on it or their, that would be cool.
I love you, brother. I'm sorry. I don't know why my brain just went there. It's early. It's Friday. But I came in and all I heard was Dave talking about you, and you were saying that you were going to do a big fat one on Saturday. Oh, come on, dude. I know I'm going to pay for that one. I know I am, and I will gladly accept the consequences of my actions. Well, be careful, though, Steve. He'll change you in more ways than one.
Everything is big in Canada, including the whales.
Wait a minute. Who are they talking about flying up there to protect?
The person who needs prayers. There's always
Got you.
some idiots out there.
Oh, yeah.
Always some idiots.
Yeah.
Don't forget tonight, folks, at 6 p.m. will be our SFP Sports. Dave, Dean, James. I think James is coming in by way of his remote from his place. Dean should be in the studio with me. We'll talk all things sports. Dean is our roving Braves reporter now. He's going to bring the Braves notes, Dean's notes, which will include the Braves.
The Braves.
Who've been playing somewhat better.
Yeah, they're back. They're over 500 now, aren't they?
Well, they were. I didn't catch what they did yesterday, but they have moved up. Amen, Brian. Amen, brother.
No. They're 24 and 25 now. 7.5 games behind Philly, though.
Hope everybody has a great weekend. It is the start almost. Get to the end of the day to your weekend. Today, my wife gets to come home from rehab. Yay! So yes. we got that to look forward to. Getting her settled in and lots of things to take care of. I got phone calls to return, things to set up. So we'll work on all that. Then tonight is Front Porch Talking, where we may or may not have a guest, but we'll be here nonetheless. Live and in charge.
And in the morning, I'm going to take off for the Redneck Riviera, and I will at least be doing the Monday morning show from there, hopefully overlooking the ocean.
Cool.
At least Monday morning. I'll probably chime in a time or two while I'm there anyway. But that's all right. So,
safe trip for you.
Thank you. We're coming back. It's not a long trip. It's just a good trip.
Yeah. All right, Brian. Oh.
Well, does that include Alaska? But you never did say it. Can we call it Canada if we make it a state instead of Canada? Can we call it Canada? I just think that would be awesome. I'll also tick off all the Canadians up there.
Yeah, I don't know what we call it, but
But I mean, well, you call it Canada, but if you're from Canada, then you're a Canadian. So, is it Canada or is it Canada? It should be Canadians.
and Brian says, yeah.
Yeah. Here we go. We can do that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All
Folks,
right.
you have a great day out there. I'm headed to work, and we appreciate you all joining in. Good crowd in here this morning.
Absolutely.
Would that make them Connecticutans?
Yeah. Canadicans. I don't know.
That would work too.
Canadicans.
Call us whatever you want. Just keep California away from us. We promise. That's
Okay.
where the border needs to be. We need a border there.
Yeah. Make it the California state of Venezuela or something. It's already a state of confusion.
Can you just see us one day in the future? We're at war with California. And they're so crazy, man.
No.
They just think-
They'd be like, stop it, go away, nah. I mean, have a bunch of rednecks go over, shut the heck up.
all the rich Hollywood elites rolling out with their cars rolling out to show toughness, you know.
Yeah, no. I don't wanna. Don't make me do it again. No, I don't wanna. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
I get it.
Y'all have a great, wonderful day. Get this Friday knocked out. Get ready to get back in here tonight for some front porch talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be back in here tonight. Hey, y'all have a great, wonderful day. We'll see y'all then. Big old salute. Like, follow, and subscribe. And don't forget, go check out some Patriot Mobile and use that promo code Cornbread. Get your first month on us. Y'all have a great day, and we'll see y'all back in here tonight. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's early in the morning. Grab a cup and tune on in. Robert and Dave got that southern charm. Let the laughter begin. From the morning funny to MAGA minute, ain't no better way to start your day the southern way with a little joke and pray. We're just